Hello, I'm Dr. Abraham B, and I'm going to walk you through my journey throughout autism. I'm from Spain. I was born in Madrid, but I always say that I'm from a very small village, 1 hour and a half from Madrid. The name is Belvis de la Jara. And I always say that I'm from there because it's my grandparents' village, and it's my place. It's the place where I find peace, it's my comfort place, the place that makes me feel very good and very very safe. I am autistic, and I'm one of so many people around the world who was diagnosed when I was an adult. I'm going to start by telling you a bit about my childhood, then teenagerhood, and how I am doing with autism now. So I'm a twin. I've got a twin sister who helped me a lot throughout my journey, all my life. I'm one of those kids who struggled a lot when I was a kid. I had many difficulties in terms of social skills, in terms of my relationships with colleagues at the school. I always loved to be always loved being with adults, and I had many difficulties, especially sensory issues and engaging with other children. I was lucky enough that my twin sister protected me a lot. She helped me a lot and helped me in a way to be the person I am now. When I was a kid, I had difficulties, as I mentioned, at the school. But autism at the time wasn't a thing, especially the kind of autism I've got. At the time, it used to be like diagnosed only traditional autism, and many children like me uh, never knew that we were autistic until we were adults. Also, when I was a kid, I was had certain difficulties at the school. We could say what now we call bullying, but luckily my sister helped me a lot. When I became when I grew up, when I was teenager, then I had different difficulties as well. So I was in an educational system that didn't understood my needs, didn't understood the person I was, my difficulties, and my teachers were not able to see my likes and motivations and my strengths to help me. Due to that, I quit studying when I was 16. I didn't finish my secondary, but I always wanted to help people. I always knew that I wanted to do something to help people in the same situation that I had at the moment. It was very strange at the time because on one side, some teachers he used to tell my parents that I couldn't understand any information, that I was not good at studying, whereas other teachers used to tell them that I could even be gifted. And that is why I always give the example of novels. I have never been able to read a novel. Uh, I'm not able to understand the emotions of the characters of the novel. I'm not able to understand what they are thinking. I'm not able to understand what they're feeling. So by the time I'm able to make a sense of the situation, I lost track. So I struggle a lot in secondary when I had to analyze novels, when I had to read certain things that they were not factual. But on the other hand, I can read academic articles the whole day, and I retain information very very good. So as I was saying, couldn't even imagine that I was autistic, but I always wanted to help people. So at some point, I thought that the best way to change the world, the best way to help people, is through education, by becoming a teacher, by working as an educator, and helping children or teenagers that had the same difficulties as me. The way I discovered that I was autistic, it was very, very random, but very, very, very nice. When I was 26, I hadn't finished my degree in education yet, but I decided to move to London just to start a new life, to learn a language, to live a new experience. And I came here with one of my best friends. Uh, I arrived at London. I started working as a kitchen porter, then as a chef in a music venue. And at some point, a friend of mine recommended me to send my CV to apply for a job as a teacher assistant. Teacher assistant is a job that we have here in the UK, that's basically supporting teachers, supporting students with special needs. So I decided to apply, and I was lucky that the first place that I worked at, it was at Civil Garden School. It's a school that is the first school uh, created only for autistic people in the world. They belong to the National Autistic Society, and that is when everything clicked. Everything started to click. Everything made sense to me. I started to learn more about autism, and one therapist, one psychologist that I was working with, that he was working with me and helping me because of anxiety, which, as we know, is one of the main comorbidities of autistic people, uh, suggested that I could be on the spectrum. At the beginning, it was like, really? Am I autistic? But then I started reading, studying, understanding, seeing many patterns on the students that I used to have when I was a kid as well. So then I started seeing myself as an autistic person, even though I didn't pursue the diagnosis. I didn't go for it at the time. And autism became my profound interest. So I started studying autism. I started reading, talking about autism, and it was at the time also that I discovered a new educational system that is very good. It works in line with my learning preferences. So I used to struggle with the way we used to learn in Spain, memoristic, read, understand, memorizing all the books. And I discovered different way of learning. So I moved from struggling to understanding how my brain works, how I learn. I develop all the metacognitive skills. And ever since, I'm doing 2 or 3 years of university every year. So I moved from not having a single degree to have now 2 degrees, 3 masters, 2 PhD, and now doing another two masters, one in psychology, one in neuropsychology, in two different universities. At that time, when I was working at the National Autistic Society, I decided to go for a PhD. I thought that was the right move, the next step for my career. And I created an educational program to improve social skill of students on the spectrum. I did a pilot program and it worked. And the following year, I was appointed to be the head of a school that just opened. So I opened it from the scratches, and it works as well. I tried the pilot program and it worked very well. So I decided to do that, take 1 year off from work and do that around the world. Why? I'm always very interested about the connection, the relation between culture and autism. How culture impact autism, how autism impact culture. And that is why, it's because I observe at the National Autistic Society the student coming from different backgrounds, and I could observe how even at the time when it comes to get the diagnosis, sometimes it takes longer because of different differences in the culture, and sometimes behavior, obviously, in every culture is different. So I observe a big impact, and I wanted to connect that with my program, my social skill program. So I decided to travel around the world for 1 year. My first stop, it was Vietnam. And then I was going to go to Ecuador, Namibia, India. But I was very unlucky somehow because and I arrived at Vietnam, and after 1 week, 10 days, mosquito bit me and I got dengue fever. So I had to come back to London. I had no sample, 1 year to finish my PhD, and I had nothing to do. I didn't have sample, I couldn't carry on. So I had an idea, and I decided to do something that I always wanted to do as well, creating something online to give an alternative to autistic students. During my years at the school, I observe as well some students when they are teenagers or early adulthood. Some of them I observe sort of regression in terms of social skill, to the point that they even develop anxiety, depression. They get in home, they don't want to live because they want to socialize. They want their peers having boyfriend or girlfriend. They see their peers going out, and they have certain difficulties, as we all know, with social, apart from social skills, sensory skills. No, myself, I have to go always with my headphones, my ear protectors. So then I wanted to bring bring all this opportunity to their home, which, if you think about it, we are just one click away from regulating the environment and making it more friendly for themselves. So I did a bit of advertisement, just very clumsy one, and after a few days, I had students and volunteers from basically all over the world, almost 5 continents, and it was very rewarding. We started with the educational program. It was very, very good. We got amazing results. In fact, I got the cum laude. I got an excellent as a mark because of the results we got. The name of the program is One Smile to Change the World. The reason behind that is because, as I mentioned before, I struggle a lot to understand emotions. I still struggle a lot in social environments. When there is a reunion, a meeting with friends, I always seek for any sort of restaurants at the end. No, even another friend, I have to ask them, but what was that face about? But do you think I did it good? Do you think I overreact? Because I don't understand those social cues. So then a smile to me is been always like true smile, pure smile is always been to me very easy to understand. There are certain features of a pure smile, the way this muscle work, the mouth, the eyes, and it makes me feel all my life very good. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel that I really understand where I am and the environment. So it is just amazing. So I really believe that smile plus education, there are two tools that they go very well with each other. And as I always say, the best way to change the world is one smile at a time. So in this educational program, we enjoy a lot seeing students from all over the world and how they work also on this cognitive flexibility. For instance, I always give an example. Christmas time, we had a worldwide meeting with the students from different groups. And there were some students in Lithuania, 2 meters of snow. Some of them in Costa Rica, they don't have seasons. South America, it was summer. So for a student being able to understand all these differences, apart from culture, food, the way we talk, all these differences, plus having that time of the week where they can meet their friend in Spain, their friend in Vietnam, and talking in a very safe environment, sharing their likes, the motivations, the questions, is just amazing. Apart from the amazing network that we created. So I'm very glad that we carry on with this project. And the next step in my career is an amazing project that we start now. We're gonna start giving service from September. We are opening the International University College of London, where we can. I'm going to be the director of that college, and what we want is to bring education to parents, to students, to professionals all over the world. We know that in the UK, America, Australia, education is very good, but still is expensive for other countries. They are economically, they face more difficulties. So we have a huge commitment to make to bring all this training, all this education, all these programs to all over the world in a way that is accessible for everybody, so that we can improve the life of neurodivergent people and therefore the world.